it's important to collaborate with other people, and your job is not better than mine, neither is mine better than yours. It's a collaborative effort. See, when you see a film, it's not just about the actors. I write, mostly prose. I act, I sing, I dance. Oh, I also box. And I cook. Yeah, that's what I do. Why art? Because of the freedom it comes with. I choose art because it allows me to be anything I want to be. It also gives me freedom over my time, which is something I don't think many people have. But I have freedom over my time at all times, you know, except of course when you have some intense projects, but for most of the time I think you have your time with you. You can choose what to do with your time, when to do it, with who to do it, and I think that's what most people are seeking. But the aspect of also just being allowed to express yourself in many ways is beautiful. It's an amazing experience. The only ritual I have around my art is spending time with myself, spending time in complete solitude, because there's no way I'm going to express whatever it is that I have to express if I spend the last hour or so around too many people playing around and joking. I try not to do that. It's nice if you can interact with a few actors here and there, but I love the solitude just right before you start shooting, you know. It allows you to have a clear mind. It allows you to calm down as well, as opposed to just being very, very nervous before you start shooting. That's the ritual. Also, of course, using my voice. I'll scream, I'll do anything. I look in a mirror sometimes and just say the words that I'm supposed to say. The misunderstanding, I think everyone should get comfortable with being misunderstood. It's okay. I don't expect everyone to understand what I do. The same way I don't think I understand why people do all the things that they do, you know. Sometimes I just choose to just have empathy or just, I don't know, accept them for who they are, you know. So for the beat about being misunderstood, that's always going to happen. So there's no way to change that. There's no way in which I can shift it and then try and sit this person down all the time and tell them, listen, this is what I do and this is where I think my check is going to come from, and it's not my job, you know. If I understand what I do, then the rest doesn't matter to me. The way I navigate the days that are difficult is I breathe. I'm a meditator too. Like I started doing that because I realized it was very easy to go down a spiral and just, you know, negative self-talk and put myself down and everything. So I take it one day at a time, sometimes 1 minute at a time, because 1 minute at a time, because it can feel overwhelming. A whole day can be too much. So if I can just wake up, brush my teeth, write down a couple of pages, you know, listen to music, dance to express. This is literally just very silly things that I do, but I find that they actually help me. So I do that when I feel low. Sometimes I'll spend time around friends, you know, good friends. Good time is never wasted with good friends. You can talk about anything and everything without feeling that you're being judged. And about society, that's still a hard one, because when I came into the industry, I was very young and I just dived in, you know, full swing, you know. I know there are people who have been there at a much younger age, but imagine how much is robbed from you if you start off as like a child star, you know. You go into this industry and most of the industries are dominated by men, and you find so many things that are very don't even know what word to use for it. There's so much abuse in the industry, emotional, physical. It's such a game that I guess sometimes you wouldn't want to participate in. I don't know if you watch Squid Game. The way I see Squid Game is this is what happens in real life. We're always playing some sort of game, and then there are people at the top who are controlling this game. And so if you find that you're an assertive woman like me, people are afraid of you. People call you names. People say you're difficult to work with. People say you feel that you're untouchable. But if a man came in the same position and in the same regard stated the same things I was stating, then it wouldn't be a problem, you know. So with society, it creates that space where you can't have boundaries for yourself. And for me, boundaries are very important. It's something we've established even in our home from like when we were children. I didn't even know that's what we were doing. But with my brothers especially, like people would set those boundaries. Don't do this, don't do that. I'm not comfortable with what you're doing. Yeah, you can make a joke, but not at my expense. Don't, you know. And there were boys, but I think we tried. We did the best we could with what we had. So with society, I still stand and say what I need to say, not what I want to say. I say what I need to say because sometimes I feel that if I don't say it, then I'm only killing myself. And I never want to feel like I'm kissing up to anyone. It has allowed me to be more understanding, more accepting. There are times when you'd be presented with a role and you'd think to yourself, this is foolish. There's no single human being who could do that. But then again, you haven't met every single human being, so how can you say that it's foolish for a character to feel the way that they feel, you know? It has allowed me to accept people the way that they are, no matter how they are. Even the people that I find myself, you know, having a little friction, I'm just like, you are who you are. You're here to play some sort of role in this larger universe. And I'm here to play a different role too. And it's okay if we can't meet each other somewhere in the middle. That's fine, you know. I accept you for who you are, although I can choose to have you in my space or not to have you, you know. So that's what acceptance gives you. You either say, okay, you know what, you have friends. They're friends who you're just like, man, she's just like that. But it's okay, we love her anyway. Then I accept her for who she is, but she can do that shit over there. I don't want any of it. So that's what acting has allowed me to do, to accept people, understand people, most importantly, because the job that we do is about that. We observe people, the way that they speak, the way that they walk, the way that they feel things. And so if I can't do that, if I can't understand the society in which I live, then my job becomes very hard. So acceptance. The art industry, it's growing, but we still have a lot to do. We need to understand that it's important to collaborate with other people, and your job is not better than mine, neither is mine better than yours. It's a collaborative effort. See, when you see a film, it's not just about the actors, it's the directors, it's the set design, it's the person doing sound, it's the writer, yes, it's everyone, even the person who does lighting on set, even the person who does something like bringing coffee to people, you know, the person who serves you the food. If we used that understanding for everything else in life, I think we would be more compassionate. I think we would be more willing to lend a helping hand or to work together with other people. because you can't stand on your own, you know? You need other people to just like foster you forward. Yeah, so most recently, I've grown such a deep liking for Letitia Wright. There's something about her, not just her acting, there's something about her as a person. I'd love to be on a set with her and just like work closely with her. Also, future projects, I'd love to make my own films, short or docu-films or feature films. I just want to experiment with that and see where that goes and what kind of stories I can tell.
Nkette ku machako bikula Instagram ndaboba waliyo content nange nkiberemu nesanga hashtag bingi ARTSY kwe kunyigako ndabe obaddala bya art naselengira benga platform egenda okuteeka artist gwe ku form sibyakubuuza mbuno gwe owasadi abnormal interviews babuuza ofumbiddwa ddi ARTSY nga bw'owuliriza eno ye interview dakiika zibeera 10 zokka temuba interval ARTSY tekakola beba storytellers ako n'abava mu kisaawe ekyono art